exceeds expectations by producing high-quality work under tight deadlines. From coordinating press outreach to managing crisis communications and designing impactful materials, she approaches every task with professionalism and creativity. Her work on the City of Clarkson's Juneteenth celebration is a standout example, resulting in record turnout, a strong social media presence, and a unifying T-shirt that resonated with the community, especially the young folks. She is a collaborative team player who supports departments citywide, often stepping in on short notice to meet urgent communication needs. Her forward-thinking approach and commitment to equity have led to innovations that standardize templates that improve the efficiency and ensure brand consistency. Through her efforts, this employee helps promote transparency and progress in every message the city sends out. The Employee of the Month for June 2025 is Ms. Ritanja Burdett, Communications Director, Administration Office. She also receives a $50 gift card. Y'all don't want to take a picture?
Next, we will have the business of the month, and that will be recognition by Mr. Jacob.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members, and City Manager. It's my honor today to recognize our June Business of the Month to CrossFit Liminal. CrossFit Liminal is located off of I-285, just on the edge of Clarkson. And it may look like your typical gym from the outside, but if you go inside, you'll find it's so much more. It's a place where strength is measured, not by how much you can lift, but the relationships you build for the barriers you overcome and the community you help create. Founded in 2020 by Nick Johnson, who cannot be here today, CrossFit Liminal began humbly in a garage. That vision resonated even through the height of the pandemic and increased to what it is today. And by 2020, CrossFit Liminal moved to its current home located at 808 Park North Boulevard. From just 25 members at its opening to now serving over 125. The gym has grown into a welcoming space for people of all walks of life. As a nonprofit, CrossFit Liminal actively works to make fitness accessible, offering CrossFit classes, yoga, nutrition coaching, and specialized programs, while also addressing financial and cultural barriers that too often keep people out of traditional gyms. They've also built powerful partnerships with organizations like Friends of Refugees, Ethne Health, Refuge Coffee, and Fresh Harvest, and collaborate with health and wellness providers across the Metro Atlanta area. It's a testament to their belief that community is essential, not only to fitness, but to overall well-being. This fall, CrossFit Liminal celebrates 5 years as an official CrossFit affiliate, but their greatest impact happens every day when someone shows up unsure and leaves just a little stronger than when they walk in. The City of Clarkson appreciates CrossFit Liminal not only for their dedication to health and wellness, but for unwavering commitment to building a stronger, more connected community right here in our city. Please join me in congratulating CrossFit Liminal as Clarkson's Business of the Month.
Thank you. And then next, we will move to the presentation of Youth Displacement Project Grant Proposal for Business Opportunity, and that will be done by Dr. Baker with the assistance of Dr. Baker. Okay.
Good evening again, Mayor and Council. We had the opportunity to have 5 wonderful students from the DeKalb County Summer Youth Internship Program, and they have been with us for 5 weeks. This is their last week, and I'm going to allow them an opportunity to introduce themselves, tell what school they represent, and then they're going to talk about a little bit about the project that they were assigned and how it will benefit our youth here in Clarkston.
Hello, good evening, Mayor and Council. My name is Chase-Ian Gale. I am a rising senior and I go to Redan High School.
What was the high school again?
Redan.
Reading. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Sadia Safi.
Talk a little louder. There we go. There you go.
Good evening. My name is Sadia Safi, and I'm a rising junior in Claxton High School.
Good evening. I am Caleb Johnson, class of 2026 at Miller Grove High School.
Good evening. My name is Nathan Mulatu. I am a rising senior at Decatur High School.
Good evening. My name is Terrell Clay. I'm a rising senior at Reading High School. Okay, I will go ahead and get into the presentation. This summer internship program provided a space for youth to connect with city government and the opportunity to share ideas for youth gathering spaces to assist with employment and stability. The youth of Clarkston decided on the development of Urban Sprouts. Urban Sprouts is a cafe for youth that focuses on the need for housing and employment. The cafe is designed to offer a safe space for young people to come to socialize and receive services as needed.
This is an open concept floor designed with counter space, performance stage, and a resource office with staff to provide the necessary services. The space will also include a place for studying and tutoring for young people to reach their educational goals. The packaging used to serve snacks and drinks will be environmentally safe and recyclable. Urban Sprouts is a non-judgmental and free space for youth and staff and the community alike.
So we have a floor plan out. So we was honestly thinking about this today that it should be really in here since y'all not really going to use it like that. So like right now we have, so we're gonna make a little small, mediocre size stage, like saying like right here, since it's already built right here. So then in the middle is gonna be chairs, tables where you can do your research, all that. There's gonna be a little corner over there where you can do resources, like a resource corner. And then we're gonna have like a little island kids bar, serving non-alcoholic stuff, but like coffee, food, and then close to the stage, but not like too close. It's like a tutoring office, so people can come in there and get tutored and all and everything. And that's great.
Good job.
Oh, we also got some quotes that finish off the. My quote is being a summer intern. I've seen a lot of people different from myself, and I've seen a lot of places different from places I know. I learned different types of food, and now we're learning how to make a change to areas to improve our places as well.
I think that this project helps young people think about what they want to do. It can help them develop skills and experience.
Being a summer intern, I've been experiencing new opportunities and I've seen how the youth really affect the city and the problems dealing with the youth are taken seriously. The process of completing, setting, and evaluating this project showed me different views and how we could better our youth and even the city as a whole. We can reshape Clarkston just by using determination and citizen opinions on city topics.
As being a summer intern, this experience has opened my eyes to how local government impacts everyone who lives under it. And this project made me now aware that we, as how youth, can play a part into the city, no matter how small the difference may make. The development of this project showed me just how much of a difference one can make given the opportunity.
I believe youth are responsible for helping shape and develop the future of the world we want to see. Experiences and opportunities are required for the youth to develop. Through this internship, we have been given role models to learn from and tools and mentorship to better ourselves and better our communities. We can also use these to better the community of Clarkston. Thank you and have a great evening.
Proud of them. Okay. I know. Well, also kind of give an overview. So Dr. Baker, you might want to do that. Okay.
So the high level summary of this project was it's actually for the city of Clarkston to be rewarded a $15,000 grant. And the grant will be to support our underemployed, our underrepresented youth in the community. And so they have come up with this project of opening up a urban cafe. And so Yolanda and I will take this information that they've shared with us, go back and write the information as it pertains to the grant, and hopefully we'll be rewarded.
Any questions?
No, I just want to commend you guys. You dressed the part, you spoke the part, and you did the work. So I love it.
I know.
I love it.
It's a great job, and we really appreciate everything that the staff did to support them. And so thank you, staff, for being there to guide them, and especially guiding them with this program. This is something from the Consulate of Denmark, and it's in partnership with Georgia State and Georgia Tech. And so the great thing is that by going to the different departments, it helped them to shape how they saw and what they could utilize in terms of coming up with this information. So thank you, and thank you. I hope that this will help you as you go back to school. Oh, Councilwoman Hood.
Let me just add that as all of you go forward to a future in helping this city and county and state and country become better and better, remember you got your start right here in Clarkston. So don't forget it.
Thank you. So let's do a photo with them. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll move forward with item D, which is to approve the following meeting minutes. Number 1/6/3/2025, the city council meeting. Item number 2, 6/18/2025, special called City Council meeting, public hearing, 10 a.m. Item 3, 6/18/2025, special called City Council meeting, public hearing, 6:30. Item 4, 6/26/2025, special called meeting, City Council meeting, public hearing and adoption. And item 5, 6/26/2025, City Council work session. I'll entertain a motion at this time.
Have a motion.
Yes.
I move that we approve the following meeting minutes. The June 3rd, 2025 City Council meeting, June 18th, 2025 special called City Council meeting and public hearing, morning edition. The June 18th, 2025 special called City Council meeting and public hearing, evening edition. The June 26th, 2025 special called City Council meeting, public hearing and adoption. And the June 26th, 2025 City Council work session.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
It is, okay, and that was Vice Mayor Johnson, just in case. It's been properly moved and seconded to approve the following meeting minutes, and that would be for item 1, June 3rd, 2025 City Council meeting. Item 2, June 18th, special call City Council meeting, public hearing, morning edition, or 10 a.m. Item 3, June 18th, 2025, City Council meeting, public hearing, evening edition, or 6:30. Item 4, June 26th, special called City Council meeting, public hearing and adoption. And item 5, June 26th, 2025, City Council work session. Is there any discussion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. All right, we'll now move to reports, starting with the city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. I have provided you with the city manager's report through June 30th, 2025. The new administrative and police building at 736 Park North Boulevard. Our final project meeting is scheduled for Monday, July 7th, 2025. Certificate of occupancy was issued on Friday, June 20th, and move is scheduled to be completed on Thursday, July 3rd, 2025. The new location will be open to the public for administration, court, and police operations on Monday, July 7th. City council meetings and court sessions will continue at Church Street through August 2025, and that's because we have already begun to issue citations with this. So we'll keep court operations and we'll move city council meetings and court operations simultaneously. A special thank you goes out to Miss Keisha Dixon, who served as the city's project manager for the 736 renovations and transition from the Church Street and Roland Street facilities. Transportation and infrastructure projects. The project updates are provided in a separate and subsequent document. You'll see that in your packet. Administration and operations. Of course, the 2025 ad valorem tax millage rate was adopted on June 26 at 15.800 mils. All relative documentation as required has been submitted to the appropriate County Tax Commission and Georgia Department of Revenue offices. 2024 audit preparation. We are continuing to prepare for the 2024 audit. We anticipate the audit will begin on August 1 roundabout. On June 11th, the Department of Audits and Accounts granted an extension for the city's presentation of the audit report. The due date is December 31, 2025. Administrative reporting. The administration has completed and submitted the following reports to the Department of Community Affairs and any other appropriate offices due June 30th, 2025. We have submitted the Government Management Indicator Survey. This is a survey that collects data on local government operations, including financial management, service delivery, public facilities, and planning efforts. We have submitted the Wages and Salary Survey report. Each year, the department administers a wage and salary survey to Georgia's local governments. This survey requests the pay range, number of full-time employees, and number of hours worked. It also requests salary. I did say that. The following reports have been prepared for publishing: the 2017 and 2023 special purpose local options sales tax expenditure reports as required. Summary report for the council and staff retreat was held Fridays and Saturday, April 25th and 26th of 2025, has been composed by Mr. Michael McPherson, who serves as our district representative for the Georgia Municipal Association. A copy of that report is attached. If you have any comments after review, please submit those to me. Upcoming events: our back to school event, July 26, 2025, and our National Night Out, August 5th, 2025. Program and software updates: the city clerk's office is engaging with Civic Plus in the implementation of agendas and minutes software. So you will see a change in how the minutes and the agendas are posted. And it will have a more engaging public facing component to that software. I'd like to thank the city clerk for working through that implementation. The planning office is engaging with vendors regarding the potential purchase of permitting and licensing software. As a vendor is chosen, we'll present that information to council as necessary. Previous events, I'd like to give a special thank you to the communications and special projects offices and to the mayor and council for a great Juneteenth event. Thank you is extended to Public Works for taking care of setup and other tasks as they always do, and to Public Safety for manning the event in an excellent show of community policing. Thank you to all the staff who participated in planning and assisting with the event. Human Resource and Risk Management. Please join us in welcoming Brianna Smith as our summer intern in the city's manager's office. She has been assigned to communications. Her start date was June 30th. And Miss Kimberly Williams, full-time equipment laborer for the Public Works Department. Her start date was June 30th as well. We are excited to have both Brianna and Kimberly join our team, and we look forward to the contributions they will make in their respective roles. Additionally, we just heard from our DeKalb Summer Youth Employment Program interns, and we thank them for not only their work with the city administration office and other offices, but also with their work on the project. Purchasing and procurement: Davenport and Company LLC, which serves as the city's financial advisor, distributed requests for proposals on behalf of the city for the purpose of funding the Tax Anticipation Note Series 2025. The purpose of the TAN is to pay city expenses in the calendar year of 2025 in absence of cash flow. We do anticipate that the tax anticipation note will be tax exempt. Responses are scheduled to be received by 11 o'clock on Tuesday, July 8th, and a special call meeting for council to consider the resolution is scheduled for Monday, July 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. 6 o'clock p.m. on July 14th, 2025 at 6 p.m. Also, the city of Clarkston has received proposals from qualified firms, individuals, or organizations to provide consultant services for engineering, design, and right-of-way acquisition for the Clarkston Greenway Trail Project Phase 1. 5 proposals were received, and it is anticipated the recommendation of award proposal will be presented to council during the July 2025 work session. All right. That is all. Thank you.
Are there any questions for the city manager? Hearing none, thank you. We'll move to the city attorney.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I have no report tonight.
Okay, thank you. And then we'll proceed with council remarks, starting with Vice Mayor Johnson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I would start off by saying we had an awesome food drive on June the 7th. Thank everybody that participated, enjoyed the food, and the next one is September the 6th. I had the pleasure of, I want to thank, first of all, the staff for the Juneteenth event. I was absent, but I did want to thank my colleague, city manager, for the heartfelt sympathy that you showed me in the loss of my godfather. um, on June the 20th through the 24th. I attended the GMA convention and we learned a lot of great stuff, and hopefully you'll see some of it manifest here in Clarkston. And on June the 24th through the 27th, I had the pleasure of watching the kids at the youth basketball camp at Clarkson First Baptist. So thank you, Brian Rosum, VCOF, Clarkson First Baptist, and everybody that pitched in for that event. And it was our third annual, and we look forward to it. Michael Duncan, thank him for he was there every day. And the kids are actually getting better, you guys. So you got to sign your kids up or at least show them some support. And I wanted to also let the residents of Roland know that I did speak to the city engineer and that mailbox project is ongoing. There are some things that the residents on that side of, is it Norman? Norman, I'm so sorry. Norman Road is some things that need to be done, and I can, one of us can speak to you after the meeting if you want to help us out, Mr. Winfrey. And last but not least, let me see, what am I missing? I think that's it. That's it. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Hood.
Thank you. And good evening. I attended the Juneteenth event. It was hot. It was a great event. We had good turnout. The kids, of course, enjoyed the bounce house. We had good food, very good music, and two amazing people on stilts that must have been 8 feet tall. They were fabulous, dancing to the music. So another good event for our citizens, and we have a couple more coming up before the end of the year. Look forward to seeing you there.
Okay, Councilwoman Adi.
June 7th, I attended the food distribution, and it was great. I also managed it to help the seniors and deliver at their houses the food boxes. And on June 8th, I attended graduation party for high school and college that was organized by Somali community and was a great event. I got to meet a lot of the students there, and I was glad that I attended there. And June 14th, I attended the Juneteenth. That was a great event here in Clarkston. It was great for kids, for adults, and for all of us. We also enjoyed being there. And June 21st, I attended World Refugee Day at the Eritrean Community Center. And that was also a great event. I got to meet a lot of people, a lot of refugees, and some of them that I had worked previously with, and we got to reconnect. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Perkins.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. First off, I want to thank our staff just for the work and our city manager for the work that y'all put in with our military conversations. That is probably one of the weightier decisions that I think we have to make every year because it directly impacts the everyone's pocketbook. And so I really appreciate the work y'all put into one, finding some of the problems I think in the past that we were able to correct, and then providing us with options to hopefully strike a balance between not overburdening our taxpayers and then also not putting the city in a difficult situation. So I know that there are many late nights doing that, and I'd be remiss in not placing credit where credit is due on that. So I also attended the Juneteenth event as well. So thanks again to our staff who helped organize that. I think one of our staff received an award, and then some of our workers mentioned. So congrats again to Ratanja, our communications director. I really enjoyed going to that event every year. June 19th through 24th, I also attended the Georgia Municipal Association's annual convention. So for those of you who don't know, the GMA National Convention, it's not just a big party. It's a really important event where we get to network and have conversations with other cities and experts in different fields. And also hear from our state and federal representatives on updates on kind of things that are coming down the pipeline that affects cities and affect y'all. Impacts to funding, impacts to environmental policy, that affects our drinking water, things like that. So it's a really, really valuable opportunity we have to get trained and educated on new trends such as AI, different approaches and strategies people are using to improve cooperation in the region, and then just networking with other people who are solving similar problems and may have come up with solutions. And sometimes we've solved the problem, and it makes us, we get to look good for other people too. So it's always a valuable time. Then on June 26th, the last thing in the similar vein, attended the ARC's Assembly of Regional elected officials. So the ARC is the Atlanta Regional Commission. Y'all may know them from such albums as the Clarkston Greenway Project and some of our upcoming agriculture plan that we're working on with the Food Will Alliance. They play a pivotal role in just regional cooperation and collaboration, which is obviously always a challenge because we're competing for different resources and things. But they did a phenomenal job. This is the first time they did it. And so we got to talk with other cities in the general Atlanta metro area, network with people, talk through hyper-local problems that we're facing. I attended some table conversations around emergency preparedness, looking at the impact of climate change on our communities and things that we need to be aware of for that. Then also looking at affordable housing. So thanks again to all of the hardworking people at ARC for putting that on. And I have nothing else.
Okay, thank you. Councilwoman Bell?
Thanks to everybody. Sorry I couldn't be there with y'all today. I have a cough. I don't know what it is. It's not COVID, and I don't want to get y'all sick. But as it relates to my remarks, I also attended Juneteenth, so thank you to the staff and everybody that showed up in attendance. I thought it was a great event. I also, to the council members' comments in regards to the millage rate, I just want to acknowledge that it was a lot of hard work and a lot of going back and forth with that. So thank you to the city staff. In addition to that, I actually was at the E-Plurge Unum convening. I'm a part of the 6th cohort. There's 8 elected officials from Louisiana, Kentucky, Arkansas, Mississippi, and Georgia that are part of the cohort. So I was able to attend that and got to meet my cohort members this last week. But while I was there, there was also the special call public hearing, and we were having some Zoom technical difficulties. And so I was voted as abstain, but my vote is no to the 15.8 meals because it doesn't adequately balance the budget, 1. And then 2, while folks won't feel the burden initially, the burden will be on staff capacity because with having a budget where you're having to go into the fund balance that is not balanced by the revenue at hand, that will cause us to lose staff, so service delivery. So everybody will be burdened by. So just for the record, as the city attorney authorized, my vote is no. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councilman Carroll.
I have to echo what Councilman Perkins, Councilman Bell said, thanking the staff for all the work they did, both on the millage discussion, and then also I know there's a lot of work that's gone into getting the new city hall ready. So I appreciate that. Other than that, I don't have a report.
Okay, thank you. So I'll go ahead and do the mayor's report. First, again, thanks to all the staff for the hard work, not only for Juneteenth, for the move, for the millage rate, but everything that you're doing for the residents of Clarkston. So thank you so much. So starting June 6th, I attended Georgia Perimeter Technical College's graduation. I was invited by the president to attend that. I attended the food drive on the 7th, as well as the Eritrean graduation. On June 8th, I attended the Somali graduation. On June 9th, I attended the Downtown Development Authority's open house that we had prior to our meeting. On the 11th, I am part of the DeKalb County Women's Coalition that is spearheaded by Commissioner Long Spears. On June 12th, I am part of the task force for the African American Mayors Association for the Refugee and Immigrant Task Force. On June 14th, I attended Juneteenth. On June 18th and 19th, I attended the U.S. Conference of Mayors, where we were able to gather more than 300 mayors from across the country to talk about issues and particularly housing and other things that impact our cities. So I hopped off, came to World Refugee Day, because I have not missed a World Refugee Day, and I felt that was very important for my community to see that they had leadership to support World Refugee Day. And then went to GMA conference from June 20 to June 24th. I also participated on a panel regarding workforce development while I was at the GMA conference. So it was a great time to share what we're doing in our city and to make sure that we continue to have our city recognized. On June 26th, as Councilman Perkins mentioned, we attended the assembly of elected officials. And the great thing about that was one of the recommendations as part of me being a part of the Regional Leadership Institute, that we recommended that they do some type of gathering like that. And so for us as cohorts to see that to happen was a great experience. So I encourage anyone, if you have the opportunity to be a part of the Regional Leadership Institute, please make sure you participate. As you've seen what's happened, especially because of our involvement, you've seen so much in terms of resources provided to our city. So whatever we can do to encourage and make sure that our city has those resources, we're definitely making sure that we do that. On June 27th, I attended the culminating event for the Ransom basketball camp, and that was a great activity. But I also attended, as I serve as the chair for the Board of Health, the farewell luncheon for Dr. Valenciano. She is moving on to Seattle, and so we are wishing her well as she transitions to new opportunities. On June 28th, I attended the Georgia Hispanic Chamber of Commerce gala, where our CEO, Lorraine Cochran Johnson, received an award. And I also attended on June 29th, the Women of Distinction Award Luncheon, where Judge Hatchett and the CEO received an award there. So stayed a little busy this month, but it's good stuff to make sure not only the community knows that they're supported, but also to make sure that we keep us in the forefront. And so with that, we'll move into public comments, where any member of the public may address the council during the time allotted for public comments. Each attendee will be allowed 3 minutes for comments at the discretion of the presiding officer. The public comment period will be limited to 40 minutes and is not a time for dialogue. If your public comments contains a series of questions, please submit those to the city clerk in writing. And this will facilitate follow-up by the council or staff. The city council desires to allow an opportunity for public comments. However, the business of the city must proceed in an orderly and timely manner. And with that, before I do that, I also want to make sure we didn't recognize this, but July is also Muslim American Heritage Month. So I just wanted to make sure we were one of the first cities to sign that proclamation. So I just wanted to make sure we acknowledge that. Clerk, do we have anyone signed up?
Emily Williams.
Okay, and then who do we have after that?
Reverend Adams and Dean Moore.
Okay, I just wanted to.
Say good evening to the Honorable Mayor and the Honorable City Council member. I think last City Council meeting we was here with not complaining, but asking for relief for tractor trailer that was parked and blocking the driveway of Christ Community. Unfortunately, on one of our good days, where we had more than over 50 youth driver decide to come and park his 18-wheeler there. The bad part about it, it was Sarah that thought that he would at least move it since we don't have church on Sunday. But whoever was, the truck was still there. I want to thank Vice Mayor Sister Deborah Johnson. That's the only person I can think of to call, because I had a number in my cell, for coming over and trying to help eradicate the problem that we had. And she did have it moved on Sunday. I appreciate that. And thought that would take care of the problem. Then Monday, the same problem popped back out there. So I just called the vice mayor. She's a mayor, she's city council. And I want her to see what's going on in the city of Clarksville. It's very dangerous. You can't move out of the driveway because the truck is blocking it. And the folks already driving crazy around. So you can't, you have to watch what you're doing. And it took away a full hour parking space, which is limited here in Clarksville. And I read in the audience that I feel like I don't even need to call. I shouldn't have to call anything. I think that whoever's supposed to take care of it need to take care of that problem. I'm quite sure you can see a big truck. If you don't, you're blind. You like Ray Charles. That big truck that is parked there, somebody ought to be able to see it. And it's a hazard. And my members are tired of it. And I'm tired of coming here with the same old. But I can be watching the Braves game, which I like. But this is not this is not a happy moment for me to come and have to express these griefs. Brother, my deacon stood here, brother. Yeah, hey, how y'all doing? To the mayor and city council. The issue is there's an ordinance, city ordinance, called 18-wheeler and commercial truck. Once we initiate a telephone call to the necessary authority, this situation should have been eliminated. Because the city already wrote the law for a commercial truck. And not only that, we have, this is a church. You have a variety of people that come to this church and have a situation like this that hinder them from getting in, coming in and try to get the word so they can go out and be supported by what the church delivers. It's really, really a bad situation. So it should have been one telephone call and the situation should have been looked into, because the church supports the community. Anybody in need, homeless, helpless, they can come to the church and we try to do the best we can. So we don't come here to try to make this an issue of Christ community every time something happens. We just want y'all to work with us so we can work with you all. Because we're going to be a safety mechanism for you all. Something happens, you say something. So we visualize what's going on in that area. Can't do all the areas, but we visualize that area. So we realize that this is an issue that needs to be confronted, and it's hindering driving. It's not, you know how narrow the street is. Sooner or later something happens, and then woulda, coulda, shoulda won't fix it. Fix it and be done with it. We ask that you please take us under consideration to try to help us out. We need help. That's just part of the problem in downtown Clarksville. Rest of the story later.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor. Sorry about that. Sorry you had to come back in for that one. Who did we have signed up next?
Anymore?
And who else?
Anymore?
I know Dean said That's okay. Who else? Anyone else wants to speak? Okay, go ahead. Yes, you're on now. And state your
So,
name.
My name is Martha Brown. I wasn't going to speak tonight, but I am going to weigh in on that. Like, to me, one of the things that keeps happening is people don't understand protocol. So it's ridiculous that they had to come back here and say anything. That rig is huge. And to me, if they stay for the rest of the meeting, someone should just say, hey, take a picture of the license plate. We can run the freaking license plate and let's get this done. I think I'm shaky right now because there's a lot of stuff in the city that's been really grating on me. And that's one of the reasons I didn't put my name on, I think, tonight, because I like to keep the vibe here. And I like to do one-on-ones before I speak here. But that is ridiculous that they needed to come in here. And then also on Bond Street, there is a piece of city property where the sign has been right by where this rig is parking, where the sign is down. The property, it says $1,000 fine for participating on this piece of property. It has been paved. There's stuff just piled up on there. So the city must be using it for something or someone else is using it for something. I never heard anything about it. It looks like crap. That whole street looks like crap. And I'm sorry I had to lower my vibration, but it's unacceptable.
She's talking about Vaughn. It's Vaughn. Okay, anyone else? Okay. With that, we'll close public hearings. We'll close public comments, and then we'll move to old business, which is 6A, public hearing. And that is to receive comments from the public regarding an ordinance to amend the city charter to be consistent with the state general law concerning the minimum term of the municipal court judges. And so I'm going to let our city attorney talk about this first.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I think I can keep this pretty brief. The state of Georgia modified the law regarding municipal judges to change their minimum term of office from 1 year to 2 years. And our charter said 1 because it was created under the old law. So this is to just make our charter match what is now the law in Georgia anyway, 2-year minimum term for the municipal judge. We previously adopted this ordinance at our last regular meeting. So if the council adopts it again tonight, then the process will be complete of amending the charter.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, we will open it up for the public hearing. Do we have anyone who would like to make a comment on this item? Do we have anyone signed up to make comments on this item? Do we have anyone would like to make a comment on this item? Do we have anyone who would like to make a comment on this item? Hearing none, then the public hearing is now closed, and we will now move to 6B, which is to consider the second adoption of an ordinance to amend the city charter to be consistent with the state general law concerning the minimum term of municipal court judges. So at this time, I will entertain a motion.
I have a motion.
Yes, Councilwoman Hood.
I move to amend the city charter to be consistent with state law that requires a 2-year term of office for the municipal court judge.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Yes. Okay, everybody second that one. It's been properly moved and seconded to amend the city charter for 2 years for the city, for the municipal court judge to be consistent with the state general laws. Any further discussion? You ready for the question? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Any abstentions? Motion passed. Okay. Mr. Councilman Carroll, did you say yay?
Sorry,
or
I'm
nay?
an aye. I'm an aye on that.
Okay, all right, thank you. So it's all ayes. All right, which goes to item 7, which is the consent agenda. And so during work session, we will deliberate on agenda items. If there's no further discussion, we put all of those items on the consent agenda for us to vote for them at one time. At this time, we have 3 items under the consent agenda, so I will entertain a motion for these items.
I have a motion.
Yes, Councilman Perkins.
I'm not going to be as fast as.
You won't be as
Councilman
fast as
Carroll
Councilman
here, but
Carroll?
I'll
Okay,
give it my
thank
best
you.
shot. So I move that we approve our consent agenda to include item A, to approve a proclamation designating July as Park and Recreation Month. B, to approve a resolution approving an intergovernmental agreement for beautification of interchange at East Ponce de Leon off-ramp and Church Street on-ramp between DeKalb County and the city of Clarkston. And C, to approve a 4-year lease with maintenance agreement with Toshiba for 6 coffee machines in the amount of $49,968.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, it has been properly moved and seconded to approve the consent agenda with items A through C. Is there any further discussion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor say aye.
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 Okay, motion passed. Thank you all. So we'll move now to new business, which is 8A, to consider a resolution awarding a consulting services agreement to Kimley Horn and Associates for the Safe Streets for All, SS4A Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. Mr. Kaiser.
Good evening. Am I allowed more than 2 minutes to go through this?
Get a little bit more.
Just a little bit.
A little bit more.
A little bit more. In 2023, the city received a $1 million, am I on?
You're on.
Okay. $1 million grant with a $250,000 local match for a total grant project amount of $1.25 million. Procurement put the project out to bid for transportation, public engagement, consulting services, including transportation, engineering, planning, and public engagement services. Bids were opened about a month ago. There was a selection or a recommendation committee that unanimously selected Kimley Horn as the highest ranked firm for the project. And so we sat down with Kimley Horn and negotiated some scope of services. And those scope of services were finalized yesterday or day before yesterday, Friday, and actually on Monday. Today's Tuesday. On Monday. And so we prepared an agreement, forwarded that agreement to the city attorney Quinn. So that's where we are. So the recommendation from the committee was to select Kimley Horn for these services. The project must be completed by September 30th of 2026. So we have 13 months to perform the work. The work includes, again, transportation planning, a little bit of transportation engineering, a lot of policy involvement, policy engagement, some significant amount of public engagement and involvement and outreach. So we're ready to move forward with this with council approval.
Okay, thank you. And our city attorney has had the opportunity to review. I'm going to give you a chance before we move into the motion.
Okay. Yes, I did review the contract, made a few changes. Everything looks good to me. We have also, my understanding is that Kimley Horn has also agreed to the legal form. So we are all ready to go.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, unless council has any further discussions, I'd entertain a motion at this time.
I have a motion, Madam Mayor.
Yes.
I move to award a consulting service agreement to Kimberly Horn and Associates, Inc. for the Safe Streets for All SS4A Comprehensive Safety Action Plan.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we award a consultation services agreement to Kimley Horn and Associates, Inc. for the Safe Streets for All Comprehensive Safety Action Plan. Is there any discussion? Are you ready for the question? All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Okay, motion passed. So at this time, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Ms. Mayor,
Yes, you may.
comment?
Yes.
I have Christina Pastor. She was coming horn. She's here.
Okay.
Can you allow her a
Yes.
minute to come up to
She's
the
like,
podium?
we already proved this.
I know.
Oh,
I
we
didn't want to
left-
bring her up until you
No.
actually officially approved it.
Okay, thank you.
We can take it back.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kaiser, and thank you so much, Mayor and Council. Our team is just thrilled to be able to be working so closely with you on it. You're going to be spending a lot of time with us over the course of the next year and some. But we are just so excited to be able to work with the community so closely. One of our team members is the Amani Women's Center, so they're going to be helping to support us and really make sure that we can engage with the community in a meaningful way and develop recommendations that can be implemented and that will really benefit the residents. So we are really looking forward to being able to work with you. Also, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for coming. So at this time, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I move to adjourn.
Is there a second?
Second.
It has been properly moved and seconded that we adjourn the meeting. All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay. You two, the two on the online said aye. Council, oh, yeah, there we go. Okay,
They say that with the-
okay.
Yeah,
All right,
second.
motion passed. Meeting adjourned. Okay.